Maki. I'm competing in heavyweight this weekend at the USA's.
Derek Lunsford, I'm a middleweight bodybuilder from Indiana.
Sarah Lyon, bikini tall class F competitor here at USA's this weekend.
Brent Swanson, super heavyweight, competing at the USA Championships here this weekend from Decatur, Illinois.
I'm Nicholas. I'm also a tall bikini class F, competing here at USA Championships this weekend.
I'm Mike LaCombe from Chicago, competing at USA's light heavy this weekend. Pretty pumped. Let's get it.
So how do you guys feel going into this show?
I'm extremely confident because regardless of what happens, I know I went above and beyond, and there's not one person in the show that I feel has outworked me. So you can't really show, you can't really go to a show and expect to know who's going to show up. All you can do is make sure you're ready, and I've done that tenfold.
I'm feeling pretty good with myself. I came out of a really bad rebound out of my fall season and 6 months of prepping and 3 shows back then. So I jumped into a longer prep, and it was a lot more of a struggle this time, but I'm feeling really good, so I'm excited.
I'm feeling confident. This prep has actually been since last year when I stepped off the Junior USA stage. I knew I wanted to do this show coming up. So kind of like Mike said, no stone's been left unturned. I've done everything there is, so now it's just time to show the hard work and let the dice roll and let things fall where they may.
I feel great. This prep was very long, but every stone that needed to be unturned was unturned, and coming off that overall win was great. I wasn't too happy with the package that I did bring for that overall win, so we made the adjustments that I needed to make, and I'm coming in a lot more conditioned, a lot tighter. Yeah, I'm ready. Excited for tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm definitely extremely confident coming off the Junior National overall win. I started my prep, 20 weeks out from April 2nd, which was the first show that I did. It was the Midwest Battle of Champions. I felt that my conditioning there was, very good. I would say 90% of what I could have been. And each show I've gotten a little bit better, increasingly better. So at Junior Nationals, again, I was pleased with my physique, but I still wasn't 100% this weekend. Today, I know I'm at 100%, so I'm excited to show you guys what I've been working hard for, so definitely confident.
This might not sound like a lot of time to you guys, but 13 weeks is the longest prep of my life. I've never dieted for 13 weeks. I've dieted for 6 weeks for national level shows, but obviously I've never been in shape. This is the first time I feel like I'm actually in shape, especially from the back. And I feel really confident, just like every other show. It's either win or bust. So that's where we're at.
Justin, the knock on you last year after nationals was you needed to tighten up for the backside. Mm-hmm. Saw your pictures. You definitely made the proper adjustments. What did you do? And what did it feel like to prep for 13 weeks? You said usually you only prep for 6 or 7.
Kevin wanted me to go 14 or 15, and but then he saw my progress pics that I sent him 15 weeks out. We decided to go 13 instead. I don't know that there's much of a difference in what I did with training, other than training hamstrings is just boring to me. It might be like somebody trying to train core or abs, arms. Some people have their things where they're just it's not the funnest thing to train. So basically, like I said before, we put a separate day in for hamstrings, and I made sure to really focus when I was doing my stairs that I was activating glutes and hamstrings and really try to tighten up the whole time, and mainly just not missing my cardio sessions. We were doing double cardio sessions, which is something I've never done really before either. I was getting up doing fasted, and then I was also going in after my training sessions and doing cardio as well. But like I said, those extra hamstring days by themselves, I think that really helped tighten up the back, and just staying really clean on my diet. The other thing, he didn't allow me to cheat as much at all. So I think that really helped me clean it up from the back, because that's always the last area that, you know, I get rid of, you know, fat and water. For some reason, that's just a hard spot for me. But this year, glutes are in, so we'll see what happens.
Derek, what's it like winning the overall at Junior Nationals? I can't think of the last time
Yeah.
a middleweight won the overall at Junior Nationals, if it's ever happened.
Yeah.
Can anyone think of the last time a middleweight?
It's happened.
I'll tell you what, he deserved it, though.
It's happened.
Yeah.
He deserved
Okay,
it.
so you know the history. Go ahead and tell us a little bit about that journey for you.
Yeah, so my perspective of just what I shoot for when I go into a competition is clearly to win your class. I mean, that's why they have weight classes, is to shoot the class. Now, me being a smaller guy, to say, or lighter weight class, it typically would be a little bit harder to edge out a guy like Justin or Mike or Brent here, you know, because they're so much bigger than me, they're way more than me. So all I can do is focus on me once again, and so bringing the illusion of a 176 pounder, trying to make myself look like these guys, you know. So obviously, you know, like I said, I was weighing like 180 something on stage, so it wasn't exactly 176, so I was a little heavier, but bringing that illusion, you know, is key for me. But what's it feel like? What's it like? It's undescribable, man. Especially with this being my second year competing, like,
Wow.
it's unbelievable. It's truly a blessing, man. And the support system that I have with my coach James, he's like family to me. My mother, my girlfriend, my friends and family at work or at the gym, like it's a team win. So like I can't just I can't glorify myself. I just so happen to be the one that's on stage. I feel like yeah, it's us as a team, and I also have you know, strong faith in God too. So I feel like that's what He wanted for me. So, you know, what I'm doing meets what God wants for me, and I think that's why I've been successful the last couple of years. So that's my answer to that.
Sarah, you won the overall at Wings of Strength, and you got a lot of feedback at that show. You had pro and national judges there, and the feedback was, don't change a whole lot. Yet you weren't satisfied.
Yeah, I was told by quite a few of the judges not to change a thing. To come into to come into USA is the exact same way, the exact same package, but and of course, you know, you have to listen to the judges and you have to respect their opinion, that they are the ones who make the decision. But you also have to present your best self and be confident on stage, especially, you know, in bikini. Our confidence and stage presence is huge to the judging criteria. So, you know, I didn't make huge changes, but there was a few things that I was told that I could tweak. So I tweaked those, and I brought a lot tighter of a core, which is huge to me, as my coach Mandis Buckle and his mentor, and also someone that I train with, Chuck Sano, they were describing it and putting in a perspective that a core kind of just completes the physique. It connects the top to the bottom. And if a girl, bikini, whatever division, if their core is washed out, it just kind of looks separated. So, and I completely agree. And now that I see my physique with that super, super tight core, it completely changes my perspective on training abs. So that will not be missed anymore.
Brent, being a super heavyweight, I think over the years, we see that quite often. Super heavyweights are always worried about size. You're one of the few super heavyweights who's worried about, am I conditioned enough, am I conditioned enough, am I conditioned enough? Where does that mindset come from? And what did you weigh in?
I weighed in at 247 today. The conditioning part for me is that when I look, first of all, when I think of how I want to look like and the type of body looks I want to look like, I don't want to look like just a big blown up water buffalo, you know, that's just a humongous like 300-pound guy with no structure whatsoever, no shape or, yeah, like no vascularity or anything like that. And the thing is with me, it's that size has always been easy for me. I mean, like I grow pretty easy. So the conditioning for me, and especially with my diabetes and, you know, being on insulin 24/7 year round makes it a little bit harder to come in and show shape. I have to do, I would say eat far less and have to do more to get the results that most supers would have to, just by talking to them and how much food and how much, they do. And not to say, oh, feel sorry for me, but that's just the way it is, with me. So my whole thing is I'd rather give up some muscle and come in hard as nails, because that's what I want to be known for. When somebody sees me, I want to say, man, he's always hard, he's always dry, he's always just like kind of gnarly looking, because that's the type of physique in my mind that I want. So if, I might be outsized tomorrow on stage, but I honestly, with how I'm looking right now, don't think anybody's really going to out-condition me or be harder than me. So that's what I'm going to bank on, and go in there rolling like that. And just, I think it'll be really interesting just to see, when I am compared to others, just to see how it all has come together over the past year and a half.
Hillary, now you're one of the few competitors who probably has the least amount of time that you can dedicate to the gym and eating, because you're a full-time student, you also work, you have a lot of other things going on, yet you don't let that get in your way and you're still out here looking fantastic. What's it like with your prep with all the other things that you have going on?
Yeah, particularly like getting ready for USA's. Juniors was a little different. I was prepping through the spring semester, and at that point I didn't have a job. I was still a full-time student, but I had a little bit more time on my hands that I could like arrange my schedule, get more sleep. But then coming into USA's, it was a lot tougher. I got a job on top of a summer class and professional practice. So some days it was splitting my sessions into 3 days, which was long days, a lot less sleep. But I guess when you really want something, you gotta kind of do what you gotta do. And so that's what I did, just kind of gave it everything that I could. And now I'm here.
Mike, you're becoming no stranger to the big scene. You had a great year last year. We've documented that you're one of the guys who's been putting on a lot of size in the last year and a half. For a light heavyweight, I think you probably have one of the best sets of wheels there is on a national stage at your weight class. What is it that you focus on, and how has that changed so much for you?
Well, like you said, coming up, I haven't been doing this too long. This is my beginning of my 5th year bodybuilding, 4th, something like that. Anyways, not too long, which probably half of that time is when I actually took it serious, But biggest thing for me was I always take my prep serious. That was never an issue. I'm anal, I'm very balls to the wall in all my endeavors in life. Coming from a college athlete, that's just how I roll. That's how I'm wired up. But the biggest difference was taking the step above that and taking a serious off season. I busted my ass. I made sure I ate 6-7 meals a day. I wasn't eating dog shit food. When people were out eating pizzas and drinking beers, I was like, hey, I know it's off season, but I'm still going to bed at 10 o'clock. I got, I got my first session at 7 a.m., whatever. So I think just being full spectrum, and learning as we all have here, it's just not a 12-week prep, it's a lifestyle, has made absolutely the biggest thing, in my physique change, no doubt.
Now, I don't know how many people out there are watching this realize, but you might actually be looking at the middleweight, the light heavyweight, the heavyweight, and the overall finals right here on this panel. And all 4 of them all come from the Midwest, as well as you might be looking at 1st and 2nd place in the F class of bikini. Guys, what does that feel like? Think about that. Look at each other. You guys realize this might be the competition that's going on Saturday night.
It makes me proud, man, because
Absolutely.
I'm a Chicago native, you know what I mean? I was born and raised. I hold Chicago very, very close to my heart. So regardless if we're all from Chicago or not, it's still that Midwest love, and it makes me super freaking happy. Not to mention that everybody here is cool as hell.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, these are genuine people.
Yeah, genuine. And it's
Genuine
hard to come
guys
by.
and girls, man. And so have the utmost respect for each one of these people. So win, lose, or draw, no matter what happens, I firmly believe we're all going to be on the same stage Saturday competing for the overall. But win, lose, or draw, we're all friends here. We have the good camaraderie, and that's really what it's about when it comes down to it. So
well, not only that, but you only hear about, you used to hear about West Coast. It was all West Coast, West Coast, West Coast. Then it all of a sudden went to New York, and the Meccas were in New York, and we kind of get left out all the time.
now it's the Midwest coming.
Yeah, so if that happens, then what are they gonna say when 4 pro cards come out of bodybuilding, and then you get a top 2 in that bikini class?
Especially this year being 2016, the quality that's going to be.
And not only that, we're missing some of the guys from the Midwest here too. There's a lot more guys than just that are here. There's a lot of Midwest representation here. So I'm hoping that that can all happen. That would be awesome to get up with these guys on stage for an overall with a pose down. I might have to step in front of them. It might not,
I might have to step in the other side of the stage.
We're going to get it down right now.
If I got to step in front of Brent and make him disappear for a minute.
I think we might hear a pose down going on right now, guys.
I just ate, so it's whatever.
I think too, even when we were all just coming up here and everything, and when me and Pitbull were weighed in together, and just looking at his physique and looking at Justin's and obviously Derek's and just all of ours and everything, I'm proud of everybody. I can see the judging is just so hard. You never know. Someone's just comparing apples to oranges, but it's just I can visualize each one of us being in a top spot. Now, does that mean it's going to happen? No, you never know. It's a sport of bodybuilding. It's subjective, but I'm proud of everybody, and I think everybody has brought a super quality package. Nobody sitting here is out of shape. Nobody in here is way off or anything. And I just think that we're gonna, regardless of the placing, bring a strong showing. And I think all this does is just help Midwest bodybuilding and the camaraderie. And Midwest people are, not saying that other places aren't, but they're just genuine, down to earth people, and everybody who's sitting here is real. I'm not I don't blow smoke, up Pitbull. I'm not fake to anybody, neither is anybody else. And it's just nice to, while you're going through something like a bodybuilding prep, to have people you can rely on, and just kind of help motivate you, on days when it's hard, because it is hard. It's a hard sport, and if it's not hard at some points, then you're not going to come in shape.
And these guys are the same ones that push me. I see them on Instagram and Facebook every day. These guys are the ones that push me to be at my best too. So
we all have our own support systems, but then it was Justin posted something, tagged all of us in it, and Hillary texted me, how are you feeling? Regardless if we're in the same class, I don't care. If it's not me, I want it to be her.
Right.
I think that's what's cool about you guys.
It's nice.
Same class doing this.
Iron sharpens iron. You know what I mean?
Right.
We all are making each other better, and I truly believe that.
As we sit here, we're all getting psyched. I can tell.
I just think even I'm friends with a lot of girls in my class. It's a great support system, especially in the Midwest. I feel like I have so many close friends that I've made through this sport and going up in the same class, but it's just we all are here for each other. We just want to do well together, and I think that's so great about what we have here.
I think it makes it easier for the bodybuilding guys though that we're all in different weight classes. I'm gonna tell you what, if there was another heavyweight sitting here, I don't know if I'm talking to you until after the show. We could be friends afterwards, but until then, the fact is if we all made it, we're already getting to where we need to go. The overall means nothing then, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. That's why I think the girls, it's even better that they have a camaraderie, because you guys are going up against each other. You guys are,
but
and you guys are still okay.
First and second, so it's
bikini gets first and second.
Oh, for pro?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Well, that makes it even better. Right?
Both
So it's all right.
walk away with it.
Yeah, most definitely.
All right, guys, it's been great catching up with you. We really wish you guys all the best. We know there's going to be a lot of good coming out of this weekend.